Hello, everybody. Meteorologist Hutch Johnson joining you on this Monday night. We've got some smoke in the air. We have some quiet conditions for a change. When will it be less than quiet? Your forecast begins right now. But first, I'm thankful for my friends at Robert Gibb and Sons for sponsoring me. So keep them in mind when you're in need of some heating and cooling equipment. If you want to upgrade your heating and cooling system, you can get a free water heater to boot. It's 97% efficient. It comes with a 10-year warranty and a 3-year labor warranty. Call Robert Gibb and Sons today to find out more information about this. Let's start with a look at what's going on that visible satellite in our region. You see this grayish hue that you see all the way across the Central Plains and the upper Midwest, smoke making its way out of Canada, as well as some fires in the southwestern United States. We're going to look at where that's coming from. Right now, that's about the only worry that we have right now. Let's check it out. Let's go to a USA view of what's going on with regards to our smoke forecast, and we'll get going with the latest on that. So here we go. I got to switch this over to take a look at the data for not near surface smoke, but that vertically integrated smoke. So let's take a look at this now, and we can get a feel for where this smoke is coming from as we go through. So here we go. All right, so what we have is some source fires down in Southern California, as well as southern parts of the state of Utah. Now, at the upper levels of the atmosphere, this is being carried in our general direction, and that's what's making that haziness to portions of the sky as we go through. That flow does continue to push a little bit more of it. Remember, those look like some pretty mean colors there, but this is aloft through the whole layer of the atmosphere. Not all of this will be making its way down to the ground as we look at near surface smoke density. It's a little bit of light gray out there, but nothing reaching us from the areas of the southwestern United States where fires are burning. As we take a look at your hour by hour forecast, let's get to what's going on right now and your forecast. And a little later here, we'll talk a bit about what's going on nationally. First and foremost, we'll start with our forecast right here. And to do that, let's sneak on over to this source. Now, as we take a look at the night, it's perfectly quiet out there, light winds. And by the time we get through the overnight hours, we'll see a chance of a morning shower as we start our Tuesday morning in southwestern North Dakota, northwestern parts of South Dakota. And that's about it. This system will kind of stretch its way through and become pretty thin as we go through midday, but a couple of midday sprinkles not out of the question. Most of us will enjoy pretty clear skies provided by the high pressure over Minnesota throughout the day. A couple of Winnipeg afternoon thunder showers, as well as a system rolling off of the high plains of Colorado and Wyoming, bringing some western thunder out as we go through our Tuesday night. So nighttime thunderstorms in the far north from a cool front that way, but another system from the southwest will bring a chance of some showers and storms to much of central South Dakota as we head into Wednesday. Those work their way up, and our chances of rain increase on Wednesday morning. Will these be severe? Well, they don't look too awful friendly, but it's not common for 8 a.m. thunderstorms to be severe, unless you're talking about the height of summer. So we'll keep our eyes on our risk right here, but now that's a look at that. Now, taking a look at your forecast details for the overnight hours. Hometown forecast generally right around 50 degrees across the board. Montana to Minnesota, even into Wisconsin. That's how your morning starts, 5:34, the time of sunrise. Taking a look at your afternoon temperatures, a lot of 70s across Minnesota. Still a northerly flow there with high pressure scooting down, but we will see a return to some southerly flow out west, and that means 80s. So from the central Dakotas on to the west into Montana, 80 to 85. We'll be near 80 here in the Red River Valley, and our wind will be southeasterly at about 5 to 15 miles per hour. A few gusts can't be ruled out as we go through. Remember, spotty showers can't be ruled out as we go through. Now, as we look at the 7-day planner, I've got a couple of days highlighted. Look at these comfortable temperatures through Thursday. There's your Wednesday chance of showers, maybe some storms in the evening Tuesday. Move into our area by Wednesday morning, though, as well. Now, as we take a look at what's going on here, I've got these highlighted. Again, Friday night and Saturday bring a couple of chances of storms to the area, and they could be strong. I'll keep you posted. And as we go into Sunday and Monday, we will have that cool front bringing a sharp decline in temperatures. No triple digit heat indices with this, but it does look to be a little bit more on the humid side as well. say over on hutchesweather.com, I would be remiss if I didn't remind you that I have a lot of wonderful sponsors that I'd love to have you keep in mind right here, including my friends at KAJ Hospitality. Now, if you have visitors here, sure, they have multiple properties in the FM area that you can find out more details on by clicking on their logo right here on Hutch's Weather and my website. But not only that, if you do have a big event coming, whether it's a work function or maybe you are having a wedding, contact them at any of these properties that you see here. They would be happy to help you book and arrange your activities. So that's a look at what's going on there and on Hutch's Weather. That's where you can sign your kids up to be a Hutch's Weather kid. So please consider doing that. And for a little bit more information on that, here are some of my former weather kids.
Being a Hutch's Weather kid is fun. Look at all the sunshine. You get to learn about the weather.
To sign up, head on over in person to Luther Family Ford near I-29 and the 32nd Street exit, or head over to hutchesweather.com.
Being a Hutch's Weather kid is fun. Look at all the sunshine. You get to learn about the weather.
To sign up, head on over in person to Luther Family Ford near I-29 and the 32nd Street exit, or head over to hutchesweather.com.
Being a Hutch's Weather kid is fun. Look at all the sunshine. You get to learn about the weather.
All right, everybody, that's a look at what's going on there. Let's take a look at your current conditions across the region as we head into the evening hours. We're approaching that mid-60s up north, low 60s near the international border, including Roseau, War Road, all the way out towards Langdon and Valhalla. Mid-60s elsewhere. 70s are confined to southern Minnesota, where the Twin Cities is still sitting at about 80 degrees. What about weather today, you ask? Well, let's take a look at that risk of severe weather across the nation. There's a very narrow band with a risk of severe weather as we look here through the Green Bay area and on down in towards Cedar Rapids, Iowa. And that is where the greatest risk for some severe weather is. But as we take a look at the latest radar across the nation, this addresses that we do have that narrow strip of strong thunderstorms near Cedar Rapids. A couple of thunderstorms have gone severe tonight. Very heavy rain, locally heavy rain entering parts of southern Wisconsin, not far from Beloit as we look down there in that area. Green Bay reporting some gusty, windy storms making their way through the region with gusts to around 45 miles per hour there. And here near Winnebago, a thunderstorm wind gusts is having knocked down some trees down in the area. That's where some of the strong storms are for tonight. As we look down into the south, the panhandle of Oklahoma seeing a severe thunderstorm rolling out of the high plains there. And in western Texas, there are a bunch of thunderstorms forming along the dry line there, as well as a few spotty showers across the Gulf Coast. All right, that's a look at your weather. I thank you for following me here on my Facebook page. I've had a number of you click the follow button over the weekend as a result of the coverage. Thank you so very much for also subscribing to my YouTube channel, which has also seen impressive growth. hutchesweather.com, anytime, anywhere. Have a wonderful evening, and I'll keep you up to date on our storm chances as we go into the weekend right here.